Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a three-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here. So here's the lefty, Julio Urias.
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Here's Trey Turner. And a pitch. That misses. And this one is off and running. And a 1-1. And there's a ball.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
Two one now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 2-2 now. Struck him out looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Swings through that one. 0-1. One down, base is empty. Fouled off. He was late. Oh, 0-2 now. And that's outside. That one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
Fires over to first. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Not the highest team batting average for this squad. They're down towards the bottom of the league in total hits, and Singy, because of that, they don't score a ton.
Yeah, and Boog, I'm looking for a little better performance out of them today. I mean, if they're going to be dangerous, if they're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, they're going to have to start making some individual adjustments. A lot of players in this lineup probably aren't happy with how they've hit the ball so far. So today's a chance to get something going.
Brandon Jordan in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Down quickly go the Phillies. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. You're dialed into the show.
I'm a
back here at Chavez Ravine. Starting on the mound in this one, Zach Wheeler.
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Bottom of the first, Miguel Rojas at the plate. 2021 was Wheeler's year, an all-star as we mentioned, but he also led the National League in innings, in strikeouts, and as well in WAR. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Wheeler, a former all-star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Real Muto takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. At the bottom of the lineup, a guy trying to turn things around, Max Muncy.
Oh, there's no doubt, Boog. He's really struggling at the plate right now. It's hard to watch. Coming off a month where he only hit 200, so there's not a lot for him to feel good about. But sometimes a change in the calendar can really make a difference for whatever reasons. And with that said, I'm interested to see what kind of at-bats he puts together in this one. I hope we see some signs of life.
David Peralta, the next to hit, takes ball one. Misses off the inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that's too high. Three-0 down. There's a strike. High fly ball out into left center field. Schwarber settles under it. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Batting third, the first baseman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 4 for 8 in the series so far. For Freeman, Singy, all the hardware, the multiple All-Stars, an MVP. He's won Silver Sluggers, a Gold Glove, and then finally in 2021 a World Series championship with the Braves. Here comes the 0-1. That one hooked foul.
Yeah, and I'd say that 2021 World Series trophy bigger than all the rest, as he was the heart and soul of that Atlanta Braves ball club.
Inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
You know, Boog, you always say how important it is to have a good feel for the game. I say after the game, you step into the box, I'll throw some fastballs at you.
No, actually, I think we're good, Chris. Mookie Betts stands in now and watches strike 1. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. And he pumps it a strike. Next pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-2. And the righty deals. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Freeman off of first with 2 away. And it's even up.
It's a good take.
Next offering is down low, and it's 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Batting fifth. The designated hitter.
And the batter now, Trace Thompson. 2 for 8 in the series so far. First pitch, not close. Right-hander kicks, deals. In for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
The 1-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Next pitch is outside. At the belt and fires. Will Smith up next for the Dodgers. Back to work, 3-2 now. Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Slide, save, and it's 1-0.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 2 hits in the game last night. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. First and second, 2 down. On a line, base hit. Flying around third is Betts. He will score, and they take a 2-run lead.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So 2 on with 2 away. JD Martinez stands in. Now a fly ball to right center. Harper hustling after it. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
So 2 down, Chris Taylor down. First pitch, and he just misses.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
And 1-2.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
Out towards left center, Jordan gliding to his right. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Phillies nothing. Back here at the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Bryce Harper. The pitch. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Martinez has a beat on it. And it's caught for the out.
Batting fifth, the first
and it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish.
Rhys Hoskins.
Lifted in the air, right field. Betts on the move. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 2 away.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter,
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 3 for 7 in the series so far.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Here's the swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Nick Castellanos goes deep. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they're chipping away. It's 3-1. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
So 2 away with nobody on. And digging in for Philadelphia, JT Realmuto, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. Good eye right there. And now 2-0. Urias maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Check swing, no appeal. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Back over to first, and they're keeping him close. Chris, when you think of Kyle Schwarber, how about the impact in the playoffs? He's hit some iconic home runs. The one on top of the Wrigley Field scoreboard in the division series against the Cardinals in 2015. And then in 2022, 488 feet off Yu Darvish. It set a Petco Park record for distance. The 0-1. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, he's got what we call light tower power, and even when you have a guy like Bryce Harper on your team and you wow him with the home run, that says a whole lot.
Now snap throw to first, and he's back in there. Left-hand batter waits, and down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. But the Phils edge closer on this solo homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back. Bottom of the second. And now it's Max Muncy.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
Wheeler back to work. Muncy hits one in the air. Harper has a beat on it. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
On the ground to the left. In plenty of time to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Good onside run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
2 outs, base is empty. David Peralta at the plate. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout, and face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
2 down, nobody on. Off the mark there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Next offering is downstairs.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Next offering is fouled back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Dodgers go down quietly as the lead remains 3-1. On to the 3rd inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Josh Harrison. Harrison, multi-time All-Star, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. The pitch. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. The pitch. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. And he deals. Foul ball. And here it comes. Got him. And 1 away. Trey Turner at the plate. Caught looking his first time up. Turner getting to start at shortstop, hitting leadoff in today's game. And he won the Silver Slugger at his position in the National League last year. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. And now the lefty struck him out without a swing. Fastball to letters froze him for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Two outs, base is empty. Alec Bohm, the next to hit, grounded out his first time. Oh, and the zone doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Kicks and fires. Up the middle. Taylor. Jump throw. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third. Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
The first baseman.
Chris, when you watch Freddie Freeman hit, the ability to make contact and slug, he's kind of the ultimate player for the modern game. That one ripped, but foul.
Yeah, his ability to drive the ball to left center field, that's when you always know Freddie Freeman is dialed in. When he's hitting hard line drives over the shortstop's head or short hopping the wall to left center, you better look out.
The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now it's Mookie Betts.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
And that one in the air center field. It falls in, and that's a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike,
Now
but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Next is the designated hitter, Trace Thompson. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Thompson goes 6 feet 3 inches, 225 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2009. Betts leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Let's go. I'm on that west side, baby. You should already know that. Top of the game with an ounce of that back. Ride through the city in a magic throwback. West Coast lifestyle, watching the dope stack. Dodgers, Angels, Kings, Ducks, money.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That one misses, and that's ball one.
1-0.
And a strike on the outside edge.
1-1.
Next pitch is downstairs. And that's down and away.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Righty to the plate. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Jordan settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. One left for LA, and the score stays 3-1. And welcome back. Start of the fourth. And now for the Phillies, Brandon Jordan. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And the pitch. And a good eye there.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
And the pitch. And a pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Peralta pulls that one down. 2 down. And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. Fly to right his first time. Foul ball there. Oh, 1 down. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Here comes a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back here in LA, here's JD Martinez.
The left fielder.
One cool note on JD Martinez, he is the most recent player to hit 4 homers in a game. Only 18 guys have done it in big league history. That's in there. Strike 1.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
The 0-2. The punch out there. Now 1 away.
Man, how many times do you see 3 fastballs in an at-bat like that? I'm sure once he got to 2 strikes, he was trying to stay back for something off speed and just not ready for that 3rd fastball.
Taylor batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Next offering upstairs.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
One, 2 now. And another ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here comes Max Muncy. And a foul ball.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
The wind of the pitch. Slapped foul. Next offering is fouled back. The wind of the pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's going to be Miguel Rojas. In there, and it's 0-1. Muncy leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The next offering misses, and it's 1-1. And a pitch. That's in there. That's strike 2. Next offering is fouled back. Righty delivers. Swing, and a ball popped up. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they still lead it 3-1. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Phillies DH, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos.
Urias back to work. Swings through that one for strike 1.
You know, these Phils just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Next one just misses. Going to count 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. Didn't go. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Martinez has a beat on it. Drops into the glove, and there's one away.
The batter, the catcher.
JT Realmuto steps in. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. First offering, and it just misses.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Ripped to short. Sends it to first. And Realmuto is out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Kyle
Schwarber comes up to hit here. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
That hits the dirt, and that is ball one. Not the best swing that time from the first round pick. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Phillies down in order, and they still trail it here 3-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, David Peralta. The right-hander back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. Just missed.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering.
Just inside the line, and it's down for a knock. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's 0 for 1. And takes low for ball 1. That's a strike, and the count even at 1. Action in the pen down there. Connor Brogdon up and throwing. Soto, the power lefty, up as well. Peralta stands at second with no outs. Bounced up the middle. Oh, what a stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Well, with the runner in scoring position right there on second base, that dive prevents a run, but on top of it, you get it out. I'd be happy with just preventing a run. Nice job right there.
Here's Mookie now. He has, as they like to say, light tower power. Not a big guy, but a big swing. And thunder in that bat. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Chris, you know, it's a little known fact. Mookie Betts' uncle was Terry Shumpert, who played 14 years in the big leagues. The pitch.
Yeah, Shump spending time with the Royals, Red Sox, Cubs, Padres, Rockies, and Tampa Bay Rays.
And the right-hander deals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Runner on at third. One gone. And he deals. Swung on, popped up on the infield. And there's two down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Trey.
Now here is Trace Thompson. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. And the slider just misses.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
And the 1-0. And there's a foul ball. Two outs with a runner at third. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Runner in from third to extend their lead, and they lead by 3. And in at second with an RBI double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Man at second here with 2 away. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 2. In there for strike 1.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
0-2 now. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. set for the top of the sixth. Here's the second baseman, Josh Harrison. The pitch. And there's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. That hits the dirt. Now 1-2. Got him. So he's gotten deep into this game, and at least so far, not showing a ton of signs of fatigue. Trey Turner now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And fouled off. And now the lefty, he swings and fouls one off. That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Next one off the plate inside. The count now 2-2. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. And he takes a strike.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
In the air, left side, and makes the grab. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Phillies 1. A new arm into the game, the righty, Connor Brogdon.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Brogdon.
And Martinez.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
JD Martinez is the first guy that I remember seeing videotaping his own batting practice so that he could go back inside and look at the video. To third. Can't field it cleanly. Now it's the second baseman, Chris Taylor. That one's in there, 0-1. Taylor, 32 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Matt Strong getting loose out there. Martinez on at first. Nobody out. Next one misses. Now 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Muncy in the box again, takes a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. Good eye right there. Left-hand hitter waits. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Rojas at the plate now. That's ball 1. The 1-1. Fought off foul.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
The 1-2. That one is upstairs. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. 1 left for LA as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Jordan. The pitch. And there's the strike.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Bryce Harper to the plate. Step off throw to first. Jordan back on a dive. On the ground to first. Could be 2. Rojas for 1. Back to the pitcher covering in time. It's a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Rhys Hoskins. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. At the belt and fires. Hoskins started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and yes, he offered at it. Here's a 1-1. And that one clips the corner. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Evan Phillips looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Vesia getting loose as well. Next pitch is outside. And down on strikes he goes. And the Phillies are set down in order.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join for the traditional 7-minute stretch.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Gregory Soto. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Soto.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, David Peralta. 1 for 3. The pitch. That's a little bit low. Soto, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a four-seamer, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is in for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's good.
This ball well hit left center field, and that splits the gap. Not stopping, he's going for 3. And he makes it into third with a leadoff triple.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. He didn't smoke that ball, but he didn't have to, man. When you're working the ball gap to gap, there's so much open space out there. So I think that knock was all about his approach and that willingness to just let the ball get deep on it.
And next for L.A., Freddie Freeman. Misses outside, ball 1. And a pitch. There's a strike.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Runner at third here. Nobody out. On the corner for a strike. And the count 1-2. Out to short. That's out number 1, and a run comes in to score. Here's Mookie Betts.
The right fielder, Mookie Betts.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Next pitch is popped up. Boom. Makes the grab. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Trace Thompson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one missed.
2 balls, no strike.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Will Smith waits on deck. And he walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his
Now
spot.
batting,
Hitter didn't
catcher.
offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
2 outs, runner at first. Will Smith will hit next. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And forget it. It's his 8th home run of the year. And they add a couple more. It's 7-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. He's going to have nightmares about that pitch. Perfect execution. It's not supposed to produce that result. He got hurt by a really good one there, but even a better swing at the plate.
Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Nick Nelson. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Number 57, Nick Nelson.
Bases empty with 2 away. Now it's J.D. Martinez. That's off the mark. Ball 1. And that one fouled off. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Got him looking for the K. Froze him with the heater at the knees. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's 7-1. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the 8th, and now the DH, Nick Castellanos.
The designated hitter, Nick Castellanos.
And a pitch. Slice down the right side. Oh, and 1 now. Now a check swing, but he held up. Urias still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Just off the outside edge, and a count 2-1. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Two. In the air, left field. Martinez moves towards it. And there's 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay
Now
closed.
The catcher,
And now it is JT Realmuto. Down the line towards the corner. Betts on the move. Pulls it in on the run. And a couple of quick outs.
now batting, left fielder, Kyle
2 outs, base is empty.
Schwarber.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber.
Hey!
Now the 0-1. That catches the corner.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
And here it comes. To the right side. He'll do it himself. That's out number 3. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Phillies 1. Welcome back. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Chris Taylor. A wind in the pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Hoskins getting an angle on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Bullpen activity starting up now. Matt Strom, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Right-hander kicks, deals. Strike 2.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. 2 down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. In there, and it's 0-1. Ball 1 there. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Look out, almost got him upstairs.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Up the middle, Trey Turner gloves it. The throw to first, inning over. Dodgers down in order, and they're on top 7-1. We go to the 9th, and now for the Phillies, Josh Harrison.
Josh Harrison.
The pitch. A little bit low.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Trey Turner.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's Turner now. Out to short, Rojas. Throw to first is in time. Turner is out.
Now batting, third baseman, Alec.
And
Bohm.
digging in for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. That one's in there, and that is strike 1.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
And that one fouled off. And the 0-2. And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just one strike away. Left field. Martinez running hard to get him. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boo. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
So man aboard. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Jordan. And he grounds one back up the middle. A dive. Nice stop. And what a play. Ball game.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars. But an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For Philadelphia, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, a sellout, 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending.